Hi, this is Martha with Quality Driven Software, and I'm going to show you how to send a survey using our Import CSV feature. But in this example, I'm going to create a CSV, and I'm assuming that you're not exporting from one of the scheduling softwares that has links to us. So the first thing you would have done is you would have created your template, and you would have done that right here. And I'm going to assume you've already done that, so we're going to go to Send a Survey, Import CSV. Then you would go down here to download CSV template. You would download the file just by clicking on it. But for time's sake, I've already done that, and I've already put in some names, so I'm going to go and select that file. I'll just show you what it looks like. Okay, so when I downloaded the CSV file, it came ready with these headings right up here, and it's important that you keep those just like they are, because this is what tells Quality Driven Software what you're importing. So you have to have those headers exactly the same. And then I filled in the data that was important to fill out. The rest is just kind of not fluff, but you don't have to have it. So I have service dates in here, and then I put the client name. This is the part that you have to have. It's optional if you want to go in and separate the first and the last name. That's up to you. And then you do have to have the client email, because we're going to be sending the survey via email. You don't have to put in their mobile phone number yet, because at this point in time you can't text surveys to people. And then you don't have to have the employee names in here. However, if you don't, then it makes it very hard to, well, it's not very hard. You can't tie the survey results to the employees. And that's really the purpose of Quality Driven, is to be able to track that. So I already have this created and saved, and what I did was I saved it by a team name, the day of the week, and then which week. So for instance, in a lot of service businesses that have a recurring schedule, such as lawn care or house cleaning, then you could do it this way if they have the same recurring clients for the most part. We understand you have skips, we understand you have additions, but this, if you save it this way, it gives you a place to start, and then you can subtract names or add names, but it's just faster. So if you were doing it this way, what you would do is you'd have Team 1, Monday week 1, Team 1, Tuesday week 1, and so forth. Then you'd have Team 1, Monday week 2, Team 1, Tuesday week 2. You get the idea. So that way you're accommodating for your weekly, your bi-weekly, and your monthly clients. Okay, now we're going to go back to the sending the survey, and I've created the CSV file, and that was Team 1, Week 1. So I'm going to go and choose that file, and let's see here. Just put Team 1, and I will open that up, and then it will automatically import the client's name, their email, everything that we had in that CSV. And it knows what it is just because those headers were exactly the same, like I said. Now, if it didn't have this data imported already, then it's going to automatically create that client, that employee, and so you could refer to that at a later date in the client and employee section. Okay? Now we know everything's okay because we've got green here saying we're good to go. You would see red and it would tell you what you need to fix if there were any errors. And if there were any errors, then you read the message, you go back to your CSV, you correct it, and then you upload it again. Okay? So now we could send this right away by putting import and send surveys, and then it would just take those surveys we imported or client names and send them. But I'm going to say that we want to schedule it. So let's just say that we want to schedule it on tomorrow's date, and I'm going to leave the time the same, but you could go in here and change it. And then to close out that calendar, you just click the calendar again. And while I was talking, I did pick default template. You may have several templates that you've created. In this demo file, we just have one, so I picked that one. You have to pick a template to tell it what survey you want to send. Since I scheduled it, I want to go to Import and Schedule. Click on that. And then it says import complete. Okay, now if you wanted to go and look at the scheduled surveys that you have, I have on that survey that I just uploaded, it had old dates in it, so I'm just putting the last 30 days. I'm applying the filter. You're going to see a lot of surveys in here because I've been playing with it. But what I wanted to show you is you could go find it by the service dates and then just make sure you apply the filter. And then if, for instance, you think, oh shoot, we skipped that client today, I didn't want to send it to that client, then you may want to go in here and actually delete it. So you can click that button. It will ask you to confirm, and you say yes, and then that will take care of that. But let's say that on this client, let's say that one of the employees actually left early and didn't clean in that house, so you'd go to Edit, and then you'd take off the employee, hit the X, and then come down and go back to Save and Schedule. Because if you hit Save and Send, it's going to send it right away. And then you can see where I took that employee off. So now it will only tie their survey score returned by this client to this employee. And that's all there is to it.